Jonah Peretti, the CEO of BuzzFeed, says the internet is at a crossroads right now. In his annual strategy memo to staff, Peretti said there's a flaming dumpster fire on one side, dividing people, but on the other side of the road, the internet's a source of joy and truth and cat videos, bringing people together. So Peretti has some thoughts about how to put out the fire, make more room for the cats and the joy. I spoke with him at the South by Southwest conference this weekend.
I think there's been times when people have had just exuberant love for the internet. A few years ago, there was a lot more love for the internet. All these amazing things you could share with your friends, learning about the world, connecting with other people. And then there's times when people think the internet is a mess, and you see content by anti-vaxxers and racists and hate and online flame wars and trolls. And I think there's a lot more focus on that right now.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. Part of it is some of the shifts we've had in our culture in the last couple of years. But I think it's important to remember what is good about the internet, and it's important to fight for that and to realize that we have a choice in the matter, and we can actually work together to build a better internet.
Has the pendulum swung too far in the direction of people focusing on all the damage that can be done online?
I think that part of what you have to do is put the dumpster fire out. And so paying attention to all the problems of the internet is important, because then you can fix the problems. But you can't just focus on getting rid of the bad content. You also have to figure out ways to build an ecosystem where really great content can thrive, and you need to do both of those at once.
In the press, sometimes there's a focus on digital media struggles and all these companies that have had layoffs.
Yeah.
What is the fact of the recent BuzzFeed layoffs? Tell us about your business. What does it mean about your business?
I mean, I think the biggest thing it means is the industry is shifting from a period where there's a lot of venture funding and investment from strategics in digital media, when the focus was growth. Can you grow bigger than your competitors in the digital space? And so I think we did a good job outrunning everyone and getting bigger than them and being the leading digital media company. I think we've seen a shift now towards more austerity, because the focus now is not can you outrun everyone, it's can you outlast everyone. And the digital media companies are starting to be run like real businesses.
So where do you see this going? Let's take the thought that, yes, the platforms are going to clean up this mess. What do you want to do to help take advantage of that?
Well, I know Mark Zuckerberg wrote this memo recently
about the privacy memo.
And I think that what you're seeing in that memo, and also I think in the broader industry, is that the platforms have gotten themselves into this position where they're kind of in between being a phone company and a media company. So there's a lot of people who have racist conversations or say terrible things or hateful things over the phone.
Over the phone.
Nobody's going to tell AT&T you should moderate that or you shouldn't let people do that. It's a communication. It's a First Amendment right. It should be protected, right? And then a media company wouldn't put anti-vaxxer content, wouldn't put content that is inappropriate. So if you're the phone company or a media company, you don't have these problems. If you're this weird hybrid between the two, it creates all these problems where you end up spending billions of dollars hiring moderators and trying to deal with the fact that you're not quite a communications company, you're not quite a media company, you're in between, and you're getting attacked on both sides. You're getting attacked for censoring and not doing freedom of speech, and you're getting attacked for not having quality content.
Complicated indeed. You can check out the rest of my conversation with Jonah Peretti on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or your podcast purveyor of choice.